You still there?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Gulshad and I am facilitator at Rehan School Islamabad campus. We are today right up with Maya. So let's get it started. Hey Maya, Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Take your time.
How are you?
Have you looked at what? I'm honestly a bit lost
Okay,
in
so my
whatever's
first
going
question is
on.
that from you. What is gratitude and how would you define it?
I'm getting a sense you're switching gears completely from whatever was happening before to a very direct question. What gratitude area are you referring to specifically? Because there are a few ways to approach that question. Are you thinking about practices, feelings, neuroscience? What's on your mind?
Okay, so my next question is that from you. Why is gratitude important in a daily life?
So you're asking me why gratitude is important in my daily life? That's an interesting question. For me, as for anyone really, it's about perspective. When I can notice what I appreciate, even small things, it shifts how I process everything else. It makes hard stuff feel manageable.
Okay, so my next question is that from you. How does gratitude differ from happiness?
How does gratitude differ from happiness? That's smart to separate them. Happiness is fleeting, it's tied to specific things happening, like getting a good grade. We are going to be here. Cool, sounds good. You still working through these questions or did something change?
Okay, so my next question is okay. So my
I'm
next
picking
question is
up
that
some
you
Spanish.
can gratitude be learned or is it natural?
What kind of
Okay, so my next question is that from
gracias?
you. What are simple way
My
to practice gratitude daily?
simple ways to practice gratitude daily. That's actually a really practical question. Most people think gratitude has to be grand gestures when actually the littlest things matter most. One quick one I hear a lot is just keeping a gratitude list, like 3 things each day when you lie down at night. Another easy one is to actually tell someone you appreciate them, a parent, teacher, friend. It's like double points for impact. Even just noticing one small good thing during your day counts. What kind of gratitude practices have worked for you so far?
Okay, so my next question is that from you. Is gratitude linked to spiritually or religion?
Okay. Is gratitude linked to spiritualism or religion?
Yes.
That's a complex question. I think it's probably both and neither. Gratitude clearly shows up a lot in religious contexts. Thankfulness is a theme across many faiths, whether it's to God or cosmic forces. But gratitude exists outside of religion too. It's pretty basic human response when we receive kindness, benefit from something, or experience joy. So I'd say gratitude's got roots in spirituality for some, but it's a feeling humans can have independent of religion.
Okay, so my next question is that from you. Can children be taught gratitude effectively?
Can children be taught gratitude effectively? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's got to be done the right way. Nagging or forcing say thank you doesn't actually make them feel gratitude. A better approach is modeling it yourself, pointing out specific things you're grateful for, even simple stuff. Also, let kids experience real help from others and then encourage them to express gratitude directly. If they get help with a tough task, follow up with what did that person do to help you and how could you thank them? It's about building the feeling, not just the words.
Okay, so my next question is that from you. How does gratitude improve mental health?
How does gratitude improve mental health? Well, scientifically, it basically rewires your brain over time. When you're consistently grateful, you increase dopamine and serotonin, those feel good chemicals. But beyond the science, gratitude redirects your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It creates a resilience thing. Like when hard times hit, instead of spiraling, you've got this muscle built up from habitually finding things to appreciate. There's some really strong evidence linking gratitude to decrease stress, anxiety, depression. It's seriously powerful stuff.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, can practicing gratitude reduce stress and anxiety?
Can practicing gratitude reduce stress and anxiety? 100% yes. When you're stressing about everything going wrong, gratitude pulls your focus in the opposite direction. It's not about pretending problems don't exist, but about creating this balance, acknowledging difficulties while still seeing the good in your life. This helps regulate your nervous system, breathe deeper, your heart rate lowers. You just don't get stuck in that spiral of worry as easily. Essentially, gratitude is a circuit breaker for stress and anxiety.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, what is the connection between gratitude and depressions?
Okay, what's the connection between gratitude and depression?
Yes.
The research here is pretty compelling. People who regularly practice gratitude actually show fewer symptoms of depression. There's actually a therapy technique based around this where patients are given gratitude diaries. The way it works is gratitude shifts the brain focus away from negative thoughts, the stuff that feeds depression. It also helps people notice small pleasures again, which can kind of jumpstart the reward system. Gratitude isn't a quick fix for depression, but it's a really powerful preventative measure and adjunct to treatment.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how does gratitude improve self-esteem?
How does gratitude improve self esteem? It's a clever connection, actually. Gratitude makes you focus outward instead of inward. A lot of low self esteem comes from constantly judging yourself, comparing yourself to others. Gratitude flips that script. You're recognizing what's good in your life, what other people do for you. It's like saying, I matter and people care about me. Plus, when you notice all the good things already present in your life, it's harder to believe you're worthless. Pretty clever stuff when you think about it.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how does gratitude impact brain function?
I'm assuming you meant brain function, not brand function. And yeah, gratitude does some really fascinating things to the brain. There's research showing gratitude increases activity in the medial prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain associated with morality and social cognition. Basically, being grateful makes you more empathetic and altruistic. It also strengthens neural pathways for optimism. It literally rewires how you process info over time. You start tuning in to positives more naturally.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, is there scientific evidence supporting gratitude benefits?
Yes, absolutely. There's actually quite a bit of solid science. People have done studies using fMRIs to literally watch what happens in the brain when people practice gratitude. They found activity in the prefrontal cortex increases, and there are changes in neurotransmitter levels too. Plus, lots of studies that show gratitude predicts higher life satisfaction, lower depression, better sleep. There are even studies showing gratitude improves your immune system. It's one of those things that sound nice, but actually has real, measurable biological effects.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how does gratitude increase positivity in life?
How does gratitude increase positivity? It's kind of a snowball effect. When you make a habit of recognizing what's good in your life, your brain starts to look for more of it. So your perception shifts, you become less focused on the negative, more tuned into the positive. That naturally leads to more positive emotions, which makes you feel more hopeful, energized. And when you're operating from that more positive mindset, you're also more likely to act in ways that create more good things. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel better, it helps you build a better life.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, does gratitude make people more resilient?
You're asking if gratitude makes people more resilient? 100%. Resilience is basically about bouncing back from difficult experiences, and gratitude is like building a protective layer around your emotional system. When you habitually focus on what you appreciate, doesn't mean bad things don't still hurt, but it gives you this emotional buffer. Like if you're practiced in finding good in tough situations, it's way easier to get back up when you fall down. Gratitude isn't about ignoring pain, but about having a reservoir of strength to draw from when you need it most.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how does a gratitude affect anger and frictions?
How does gratitude affect anger and deflection? I'm not sure about deflection. Did you mean defensiveness? I'm hearing that wrong. Assuming defensiveness, gratitude has this really interesting effect on anger. Anger usually comes from feeling wronged in some way. Someone's being unfair, you're not getting what you deserve. Gratitude shifts your mindset away from those feelings of deprivation or injustice. Doesn't mean you excuse bad behavior, but you're less likely to get consumed by the anger because you're more aware of everything you already have and appreciate.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, how does a gratitude promote inner peace?
How does gratitude promote inner peace? It's a really fundamental connection, actually. Inner peace isn't about avoiding stressful situations, it's about how you respond to them. And when you have that gratitude muscle built up from being thankful, you move your focus outward instead of inward. Stress comes when you dwell on things you can't control or what's going wrong. Gratitude creates a quiet space. Like you said, there's a sense of contentment when you appreciate what already exists in your life, which brings peace. You're less caught up in the drama.
Okay, so my next question is that from you, does gratitude improve emotional and intelligence?
You're asking how gratitude improves emotional intelligence? That's a
Yes.
smart connection. Gratitude forces you to really tune into what other people do for you, recognizing the kind acts, the generosity, the thoughtfulness that builds empathy. Emotional intelligence is basically the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and to understand what others are going through. Gratitude works both sides of that coin, improving your social awareness skills through empathy and helping you manage your emotional responses by turning away from negativity.
Okay, nice to meet you, Maya.
Nice to meet you too.
So everyone, this was Amaya. I meet you again next Maya, inshallah. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad.
It was lovely chatting with you too. See you next time. Sounds good.